Welcome to Rosary of Light. Pray the Holy Rosary with us as we meditate on the sorrowful mysteries, walking with Jesus through his suffering and sacrifice. May this rosary bring you peace, strength, and deeper trust in God's mercy. Join us in prayer and offer this rosary for your intentions. If this Holy Rosary helps you enter deeper into prayer and walk with Christ through the sorrowful mysteries, we invite you to remain with us in this sacred moment. Support this ministry of prayer by liking this video. Like and subscribe for future rosary prayers where faith, reflection, and God's mercy meet. And consider sharing this prayer with someone who is seeking peace, strength, or comfort today. Father in heaven, this new morning has arrived gently. The light has returned without force. The air is calm. The world is slowly awakening. And before I step fully into this day, I turn toward you, not hurried, not distracted, not overwhelmed, just present. You have given me another day, another beginning, another opportunity to walk with you. I do not want to treat this as something ordinary, because every sunrise is a quiet reminder that your mercy continues. Your faithfulness did not run out yesterday. Your patience with me did not expire overnight. Your love has greeted me again, and so I begin here in gratitude. Thank you, Lord, for the simple gift of waking up, for breath in my lungs, for strength in my body, for awareness in my mind. Thank you for the roof above me, for the people connected to my life, for the responsibilities that give my day purpose. Even the small things are gifts. The light through a window, the quiet of early morning, the chance to begin again. I do not want to rush past these blessings. Gratitude slows the heart, it softens anxiety, it realigns perspective. So before I ask for anything, I acknowledge what you have already given. Thank you for sustaining me through challenges I never thought I could endure. Thank you for lessons hidden inside past disappointments. Thank you for growth that happened quietly, even when I did not notice. You have been guiding me longer than I realized. Father, as peaceful as this moment feels, I know the day ahead will require decisions, small decisions, large decisions, spoken words, unspoken reactions. There are conversations waiting, expectations to meet, responsibilities to carry, and I confess that sometimes I try to handle these things on my own. Sometimes I rely more on habit than on prayer. Sometimes I move ahead without asking for direction. Sometimes I react before I reflect. But today, I do not want to move ahead of you. I want to walk with you. Guide my thoughts before they form into words. Guide my words before they shape relationships. Guide my actions before they create consequences. I need your wisdom in ordinary moments, because ordinary moments build extraordinary outcomes. Lord, I admit that my trust is not always steady. There are areas of my life where I still hold tightly to control. Areas where uncertainty makes me uncomfortable. Areas where I want clarity immediately. Waiting is difficult for me. Not knowing is uncomfortable. Depending on you requires surrender. And surrender challenges my pride, but I see now that control does not create peace. Trust does. Control exhausts the heart. Trust rests it. So this morning, I choose to loosen my grip. I release the need to understand everything. I release the pressure to solve everything. I release the fear of what might happen, because you already stand in tomorrow. You already see what I cannot see. You already know what I have not yet encountered. That truth alone gives me calm. Father, I do not ask you to reveal the entire path. I ask you to guide my next step. Faith does not demand full visibility. It requires willingness. And today, I am willing to listen, willing to pause, willing to be redirected. If a door closes, help me trust that it was not meant for me. If a plan shifts, help me believe that something better is unfolding. If delays occur, teach me patience rather than frustration. You are not random. You are intentional. Even when life feels unpredictable, right now, before the day becomes busy, I rest in this truth. You are near, not distant, not distracted, not watching from far away. Near, closer than my thoughts, closer than my worries, closer than my plans. Your presence is not something I must earn. It is something I receive. And in receiving it, I find quiet strength. As this prayer continues, I sense that guidance begins with surrender. Before I ask you to direct my path, I must be willing to follow. Before I ask you to lead, I must be willing to trust. So prepare my heart, soften resistance, calm anxiety, increase confidence in your goodness. Let today not be driven by fear of outcomes. Let it be shaped by trust in your character. This is only the beginning, a gentle beginning, a quiet beginning, a faithful beginning. And I step forward slowly, knowing that this day does not belong to chance. It belongs to you. Father, as this morning unfolds a little more, I lean further into dependence on you. The day ahead holds many moments I cannot predict. Some will be simple, some may be demanding, some may test my patience, some may stretch my faith, and so I ask you now not for control but for wisdom. Lord, grant me wisdom in the decisions I will make today, in the words I choose, in the tone I carry, in the priorities I set, in the opportunities I accept or decline. Sometimes the smallest choices shape the largest outcomes. Help me not to act impulsively. Help me not to speak carelessly. Help me not to decide out of fear or pride. Slow my reactions. Refine my thoughts. Let wisdom interrupt me before I step in the wrong direction. When I feel rushed, remind me to pause. When I feel pressured, remind me to pray. When I feel uncertain, remind me that you are near. Your wisdom is not complicated. It is steady, it is patient, it is peaceful. Let that peace guide me. Father, I often think I need strength only for big challenges. But today, I ask for strength in ordinary things. Strength to remain patient in routine. Strength to stay faithful in tasks that seem unnoticed. Strength to be consistent when no one applauds. Strength to finish what I begin. Strength to show kindness when I feel tired. Faithfulness is built in small moments. Help me not to underestimate them. If the day feels repetitive, let me remember that even repetition can shape character. If I feel unseen, let me remember that, you see. If I feel unappreciated, let me remember that obedience matters more than recognition. Renew my energy when fatigue creeps in. Refresh my mind when distraction increases. Quiet my spirit when stress rises. Lord, there are things I still worry about. Situations without clear outcomes. Conversations I am unsure how they will unfold. Responsibilities that feel heavier than usual. Sometimes I imagine scenarios that may never happen. Sometimes I carry burdens that are not yet real. But worrying does not prepare me. It only drains me. So I choose trust again. Trust that you are already present in the outcome. Trust that you are shaping circumstances in ways I cannot see. Trust that what appears uncertain to me is already known to you. Even when clarity is delayed, your goodness is not. Even when answers are slow, your care is constant. Teach me to live this day without constantly projecting into tomorrow. Grace is given for today, not for imaginary futures. Let me remain here, present, trusting. Father, I place my family into your hands, those near to me, those far from me, those who are strong, those who are struggling. I cannot control every detail of their lives. I cannot shield them from every difficulty. I cannot solve every challenge they face. But you can guide them. You can protect them. You can comfort them. So I release my anxiety over what I cannot manage. Guard their hearts. Strengthen their faith. Provide for their needs. If any of them are burdened, lift the weight. If any of them are confused, grant clarity. If any of them feel distant from you, draw them close. Teach me to love without controlling, to support without pressuring, to pray without ceasing. Lord, let me carry a peaceful presence today, not forced positivity, not artificial calm, but genuine steadiness rooted in trust. When tension arises around me, let me remain grounded. When others are anxious, let me speak gently. When conflict appears, let me respond with patience. Peace is not weakness. It is strength under control. It is confidence without aggression. It is faith expressed quietly. Let my presence reflect that kind of faith, not dramatic, not loud, but consistent. Father, sometimes I think I need you only for major decisions, but I need you in small moments too, in choosing how to respond to a message, in deciding whether to speak or remain silent, in resisting the urge to overreact, in offering forgiveness quickly, in choosing gratitude instead of complaint. These are small moments, but they shape the day. Help me depend on you there. Remind me throughout the day that I can whisper a prayer at any time, that I can pause mid-task, that I can invite your guidance even in the middle of activity. You are not limited to morning silence. You are present in movement too. Father, I make a quiet commitment today to listen more carefully, to speak more thoughtfully, to trust more intentionally, to surrender more consistently, not perfectly, but sincerely. If I stumble, remind me gently. If I forget, draw me back. If I drift, redirect me. Growth is gradual. Trust deepens over time. And today is another step. I continue forward in this prayer, not rushed, still aware of your presence, still willing to be guided, still choosing trust over control. Father in heaven, now, with a calmer heart and a clearer mind, I place this entire day into your hands. Every hour, every task, every interruption, every opportunity, nothing is too small to surrender. Nothing is too ordinary to offer. This day does not belong to chance. It belongs to you. Lord, I release my attachment to specific outcomes. I release the desire for everything to unfold exactly as I imagine. I release the silent expectations I carry. Sometimes I believe peace will come when circumstances align, but true peace comes when I align with you. So if things go differently than planned, help me accept it gracefully. If success comes, keep me humble. If difficulty comes, keep me steady. If disappointment appears, keep me trusting. You see the full picture. I see only fragments, and I choose to trust the one who sees fully. Father, I offer you my efforts today, not with pressure, not with fear, but with faith. Let me work diligently without becoming anxious. Let me care deeply without becoming overwhelmed. Let me strive for excellence without losing inner calm. If I do my best and the results are not what I hoped, remind me that faithfulness matters more than perfection. My worth is not measured by productivity. My identity is not determined by achievement. I am yours before I accomplish anything. That truth steadies me. Lord, if you interrupt my schedule today, help me welcome it. Sometimes what feels like disruption is divine redirection. If someone needs my attention unexpectedly, give me patience. If I must slow down, teach me flexibility. If plans change, help me adapt without frustration. Teach me to see beyond inconvenience. Teach me to recognize hidden grace, because you often work in the unplanned moments, and I do not want to miss them. Father, help me stay present, not trapped in regret from yesterday, not lost in worry about tomorrow, but attentive to this moment. When I am speaking with someone, let me truly listen. When I am working, let me focus. When I am resting, let me rest without guilt. Presence is a gift, and it is where your grace meets me. Remind me gently if my thoughts begin to drift into anxiety. Call me back to trust. Call me back to peace. Call me back to you. Lord, as I prepare to step fully into this day, I feel something subtle. Not dramatic excitement, not overwhelming emotion, but quiet confidence. Confidence that I am not alone. Confidence that I am guided. Confidence that even if I make mistakes, you remain patient. Confidence that your grace is sufficient for whatever arises. This is enough. I do not need to feel extraordinary. I simply need to remain connected to you, and that connection is steady. Before this prayer ends, I pause one last time. No requests, no striving, just stillness. You are here, and that is enough. Let this awareness travel with me into movement, into conversation, into responsibility, into rest later tonight. Renewal does not shout, it whispers. Trust does not demand, it steadies. Guidance does not rush, it gently leads. And I am willing to be led. Father, I trust you with this day. I trust you with my family. I trust you with my work. I trust you with what I understand. I trust you with what I do not. Lead me gently. Correct me kindly. Strengthen me quietly. And when this day is finished, may I look back and see that you were present in every step. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Remain still for a breath. Let peace settle in your chest. You do not need to rush. You are carried. You are guided. You are sustained. Rise gently now. Walk slowly into the day. Trust is already working, and heaven walks beside you. Do not think of this prayer as finished. Think of it as continuing, just in a different form. The silence you felt here can move with you. The calm you sensed can remain beneath activity. Trust does not disappear when you stand up. It travels. As you begin your tasks, do not rush ahead mentally. Take this same steady rhythm with you. One step, one decision, one conversation at a time. You do not need strength for the entire day right now. You need grace for the next moment. And that grace is already given. There may be moments when you forget this peace. Moments when stress rises quickly. Moments when impatience returns. Moments when anxiety tries to take control. That does not mean renewal has failed. It means you are human. Simply return. Return to a quiet breath. Return to a short whisper of prayer. Return to trust. Even a single sentence is enough. Lord, guide me. That small turning is powerful. Each return strengthens faith. Today may not look dramatic. It may not feel extraordinary. It may be filled with ordinary responsibilities, but ordinary days build holy lives. Small acts of patience, small acts of honesty, small acts of kindness, these shape the soul. Let your faith live in those small acts, not loudly, not for attention, but sincerely, steadily. Peace is not the absence of responsibility. It is the presence of trust within responsibility. You may still have deadlines. You may still face pressure, but you are no longer carrying them alone. That changes everything. There is a quiet strength within you now, not because you forced it, but because you surrendered. And surrender is strength. As you rise fully into your day, remember this: you are guided even when you do not feel it. You are protected even when you do not see it. You are loved even when you forget it. Nothing you encounter today will surprise God. Nothing you face today is beyond His grace. Walk forward with steady steps. Speak gently. Choose patiently. Trust consistently. And when the day closes tonight, may you recognize that you walked it differently, not perfectly, but peacefully. This is enough. Go now. In quiet trust. Heaven remains near. There is nothing left to add. No new request. No additional words. Only quiet. You began this morning by turning toward God. That turning matters. You acknowledged His presence. That awareness changes the day you surrendered control. That surrender creates peace. Let that be enough. You do not need to feel stronger than you are. You do not need to solve what has not yet happened. You do not need to predict what is coming. You only need to walk the next step. And you will not walk it alone. Faith, at its deepest, is simple. Trust, follow, return when you wander, begin again when you fail. This rhythm will carry you farther than anxiety ever could. This quiet confidence will steady you more than control ever will. Today will unfold one moment at a time. Meet each moment gently. Meet each challenge calmly. Meet each person kindly. And when you forget, because sometimes you will return again. Return to the breath. Return to trust. Return to God. Now rise. Not hurried, not pressured, not afraid, but grounded, carrying within you something subtle and strong, a quiet renewal, a steady trust, a guided heart. This day belongs to God, and you walk within His care. Go in peace. Heaven remains near. Before you move forward, let your heart whisper one simple word: yes. Yes to God's guidance. Yes to His timing. Yes to His wisdom. Yes to His will, even when you do not fully understand it. You do not need dramatic certainty. You need a willing heart. And willingness is powerful. Heaven works through surrendered hearts. Today did not begin with noise. It began with stillness. It began with gratitude. It began with surrender. That foundation matters. Even if the day becomes busy, the foundation remains. Even if pressure increases, the foundation holds. Even if emotions fluctuate, the foundation is steady. You started with God. That changes everything. Carry this peace lightly, not tightly, not fearfully, lightly. Trust does not strain, it rests, and you are allowed to rest in it. Whatever comes today, expected or unexpected, you are not alone. Grace goes before you. Presence surrounds you. Wisdom is available to you. Rise now. Step gently into your responsibilities. Speak slowly. Choose carefully. Trust deeply. And remember, you belong to God. That is your security. That is your peace. Go forward in quiet, unwavering trust. Do not rush away from this stillness too quickly. Let it settle. Let it sink beneath the surface of your thoughts. Let it move from words into being. You have prayed, you have surrendered, you have trusted. Now simply remain. Faith is not always movement. Sometimes faith is staying grounded, staying attentive, staying open. It will happen. Voices will rise, tasks will multiply, expectations will press in. When that moment comes, do not panic. Return inward, even for a breath, even for a second. The place you touched in prayer still exists. It did not disappear. It is not fragile. It is waiting. There is a strength that does not announce itself. It does not argue. It does not strive. It endures quietly. That strength is already within you, not because you created it, but because God placed it there. You do not need to prove it. You only need to rely on it. You do not need a perfect day. You do not need perfect reactions. You do not need perfect faith. You need willingness. You need humility. You need trust. And you have already chosen those things. That is enough. The prayer has been spoken. The surrender has been made. The peace has been received. Now go. Carry silence into noise. Carry calm into pressure. Carry trust into uncertainty. And if you falter, return again. Grace does not tire. God does not withdraw. He remains. And so may you. Amen.